Welcome. I'm here with Tiago Reis Marques. He's the CEO of Pasithea Therapeutics. Tiago, thank you as always for joining us. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
Always great to have you here, Tiago. Doing well. Let's start off by you describing what alpha-5 is to us. Can you give us some context there?
Yes, of course. So alpha-5 beta-1 is a drug for the treatment of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. And what it does is a drug that binds to a particular subtype of integrins. Integrins are cells in the body that are responsible for trafficking, cell adhesion, transferring of information, and they are composed of alpha and beta subunits. There are approximately 24 subtypes in our body. Alpha-5 beta-1 is one of these subtypes of illness, and what we consider is going to be the first-in-class monoclonal antibody targeting this alpha-5 target for the treatment of ALS.
Understood. Okay, now let's talk about the recent acquisition. How does this acquisition benefit Pasithea and its shareholders?
Well, by acquiring alpha-5, we acquire as well all the intellectual property with this company. So we have a range of proprietary antibodies binding to this target. We also bring to Pasithea a group of scientists and a state-of-the-art laboratory. So this is going to be transformative for our company. We're adding a new drug to our portfolio, novel mechanism of action to our pipeline, and at the same time, we're preserving our strong cash position that will allow us to run this drug onto development path.
Understood. And how is this good for forward movements in the field of biopharma as a whole? Can you give us an expanded view there?
Yes, for sure. ALS is probably one of the largest unmet needs in CNS disorder. There are currently almost no treatments. There's 2 approved drugs, but with minimal impact on disease. And unfortunately, the majority of patients with ALS, they will progress to death within, on average, 5 years' time. So we think we're going to be transformative to the field, particularly to the ALS space. This drug has also shown effect in other neuroinflammatory disorders, and we hope by pushing this drug into clinical trials to be able to give patients that are really in need of novel approaches and be able to come to ALS with a novel treatment.
Got it. And are there any other offerings beyond this?
Yes, for sure. So with the acquisition of alpha-5, we acquire a wet lab. So at this moment, we have a group, a big scientific team that are developing not only our alpha-5 program, but also our tolerizing vaccine program in MS and our complement program in schizophrenia. And this acquisition allow us to be into perfect position for the company to progress our pipeline into clinical trials in approximately 12 to 18 months.
Understood. You recently received a grant from Fight MND, the largest independent funder of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's a motor neuron disease research in Australia. Tell us a little bit more about that. Why is it so significant?
Yes, that's definitely great news. First of all, it will allow us to get access to non-dilutive funds to test our current alpha-5 drug in different ALS mice model and to progress with drug development. But it's also as Fight AMD is being the largest independent funder of treatments in this space, it's also a great way to show our shareholders that a validation of the current target as a potential novel promise in the treatment of ALS.
Outstanding. Anything else you'd like to add as we close out here? Is there anything else significant about this or things the audience should be looking forward to?
Well, definitely the most important thing is having a novel drug, a novel mechanism of action will allow us to have an orphan drug designation as soon as we start interacting with FDA. But most importantly, it's really our mission to bring novel therapies and potentially change the life to patients that suffer tragic disease like ALS. We want to be transformative, and we aim to be able to bring this fast and hopefully bring drugs with efficacy for patients who really need them.
Amazing. Dr. Tiago Reis Marques, the CEO of Pasithea Therapeutics. Always a pleasure to have you here. Congratulations on the alpha-5 acquisition. Can't wait to see what comes next.
Thank you so much.